Well, here's the thing. I'm sorry. I couldn't help myself. Welcome to Nick's Toy Box. Let's talk about it. Welcome to Nick's Toy Box, your place for everything Marvel Legends, Hot Toys, and other collectibles. Today, kicking off the Fantastic Four First Steps wave with Marvel's The Thing. So excited for this movie, so excited for this wave. Really excited the MCU finally has their hands on one of my most beloved group of characters. Are you excited? Let me know in the comments below. But with that, we got 6 figures in total from this wave, and I figured The Thing is the best introduction to it. A fan favorite, definitely one of the more unique from the wave, of course, giving his physique and his build. So, super excited to dig into this. So, get ready, buckle up, it's clobbering time. With that, we're going to go ahead and preface a little early here that I love this retro look on this packaging. It's the same packaging, design, and layout that we've come to know and love, but I really love the older look to it. You know, with some of the symbols and the logos and what have you, and there's some wear and tear that's not real. It's simulated, but gives it a feel of it being from some older times because this movie takes place in the past. But with that, whether you're an in-box or out-of-box collector, this box is super easy to navigate and just as nice to display with those nice big box arts on the sides. Makes it super easy, and I love it. I love the simplicity of it. I think it might be one of Marvel Legends' best boxes. But in this circumstance, for every good, there's a little bad. He's hurting for accessories. We get 2 sets of hands, and we get like a wristband. That's it. And I don't know. I'm disappointed. I think, given what we know now from the movie, I think the bearded head sculpt would have been a great accessory add-on. I think even some rocks or something as if him throwing something. It's I don't know. It's kind of disappointing. The mold and the look and everything of these hands and him as a whole are stellar, as you can see here. Sorry about that weird strand there, but I think overall it's an impressive look. I just would have liked to see more. But speaking of seeing more, here he is on the turntable, and he looks great. Some stuff aside, like of course there's going to be him not looking as bulky in his thigh area as he would in the promotional art because of how it translates to the figure form. Some of that's kind of nitpicking when we do these types of things because there is going to be a small disconnect because there has to be for the sake of play features. But out of the package, just looking at this dude, he looks really great. I love that orange tone that they went with. Not overly done to where it's, you know, cartoonish, and it's not dull to where I'm like, I don't like it. I really love it. I'm really overall just impressed with it. Just first-hand looks here without really diving into this figure. If this is any indicator for how the whole wave's gonna go, I think we're in for a fun ride, as long as accessories pick up on the other figures. You let me know in the comments below if lack of accessories or anything like that is a huge deterrent for you in today's day and age of collecting these figures, especially as prices continue to increase, but the level of what we get stays the same or gets lowered. But that's the only time I'm going to be on the soapbox about that. I think it's time that we grab this dude and get a closer look and see what he's fully capable of. Getting more up close and personal with him, with the articulation. Oop, watch out for that there. He's fairly good. He looks up okay amount. He looks down about what I expect for a big figure. Gets a good rotating head. His shoulders and those kind of areas are where we're going to really lack. He does have movement, but it is way more limited than what we would expect from like a Spider-Man or like a Captain America. He's going to be more stiff. But with that, he has really good articulation for being a more bulky figure and having those big rock-esque muscles, right? Overall, though, he has wins in areas and loses in some areas. He's kind of 50-50 for me. I think for a figure. For a bigger figure, I'm fairly impressed. With that, after seeing the Venom that we got from the Gamerverse line, I know they could deliver us more, and that's the only reason why I'm a little bit more on the fence about this figure as a whole, because I know they could deliver us more if they really, really wanted. But regardless of that, for what he needs to do, he can do it. I just would have liked some increased articulation in some areas, but it's ultimately not like a huge deal breaker. They just made weird choices in some places that should have movement, but don't. But enough of that. Let's take a look at him, because I love this head sculpt. I love the molding and the sculpting and everything about this figure. In that area, dude's stellar. Love these lines and these texts and everything on the utility belt to the pants. The little hints of silvers and like that white on there and the black. Like everything is just done super great. And like I was already saying, this body is awesome. I really love it. It's got that level of realism, but not like, I don't want to say overdone, but I think they found a good way to make it pretty natural, which is always a win in my book. We get to the kind of unfortunate part, which is he does have great articulation, but doing posing with him, I think he poses better as a group than by himself. Because he is really cool, but like, for example, I tried to make it to look where like he had a fist going into his open hand, and I couldn't make them connect. And I think that's the biggest disconnect here, is you have a figure like that, and it kind of has some shortcomings when it's posing. And that was a quick pose because that's really all I could do with it. Like I said, in a big group with the other Fantastic Four members and even some other vigilantes, he works really well. But by himself, I think he leaves a lot to be desired. And ultimately, that wraps it up. If you could subscribe, notification bell, like and share, and leave a comment what you think about this figure or my work. Are you planning on picking this guy up? Or is it a pass? Really curious to know what you have to think about all that. And as always, thanks for watching my channel. If you want to see more of me and more of my videos and my content, you can click on any of these videos. As always, this is Nick's Toy Box. Catch you in the next one. See ya.